When they call us Nazis, they are actually saying that it is permissible to harm us all in any way possible. In the war against us, everything is allowed. When the nicknames turn into a shocking stream of racist and violent verbal stench, which is attributed to us with contempt and with the gloomy atmosphere of the eve of a world war, it means that they have a war against us all. This is not hatred of Bibi, just as it was not hatred of Shamir or hatred of Begin. They are racist, arrogant, violent and corrupt, who wants to keep all the power in their white hands only, and therefore this is how they describe us. As in the speech of the racist Yair Garbos, they told us and wanted us to believe that the abominable man who murdered the Prime Minister came from a handful of delusional people. They said that he was influenced by disconnected rabbis and that he belonged to the crazy fringes. They told us that the yellow shirts and the black emblems, the people of Kahana Tzadak, and the screamings death to the Arabs are a handful. They are only a handful. And they exaggerated and said that the thieves and bribe takers are also only a handful, and that the corrupt and the pig-headed hedonists are no more than a handful. The destroyers of democracy, a handful. Those who think that democracy is the tyranny of the majority, a handful. The talisman wielders, the idolaters, and those who bow down and prostrate themselves at the graves of saints, a handful. If all these are only a handful, how is it that the handful controls us? How is it that without feeling and without interfering, he, the handful, becomes the majority? He identifies us all with Rabin's killer. He identifies us all with bribe takers. He identifies all of us with corruption, with swine. He sees us as the destroyers of democracy, us no less. They are not the ones who abuse us and our ancestors, as if they were not the ones who sold the children of Yemen and shot Holocaust survivors on Altalena, as if they were not the ones who approved medical experiments on children from North Africa, as if they were not the ones who destroyed entire villages, deported hundreds of thousands of Jews in Oslo and in the unilateral withdrawal from Gaza and northern Samaria, and as if they didn't arm our enemies who massacred us in such a cruel way in Simchat Torah. You understand? The victims of these barbarians are described here as corrupt and rotten, while they are described as winged angels. No more hypocrisy.